Hi, my name is Misty Knox. I am going to be sharing with y'all some Kansas Board of Regents resources today. There's quite a few resources on our website that I wanted to uncover to hopefully help you out within your position. Here's a few of the items that I will cover today in this presentation. First item is going to be Apply Kansas. So our Apply Kansas initiative is a national initiative. It's through the ACT Center for Equity and Learning. It's the American College Application Campaign. Most states have a application campaign. Kansas's campaign is called Apply Kansas. Again, that's our statewide campaign in which high schools conduct events to help seniors apply to college or other post-secondary destinations. Just a review on the impact that Apply Kansas made last year. So in 2023, the Apply Kansas campaigns or events throughout the state, as you can see, made a very positive impact. We also increased the school participation by 22% and increased student participation by 17% from prior year. So this campaign is growing. We're excited to be positively impacting more student lives. So as you can see here, Apply Kansas does celebrate all applications and pathways after high school. Apply Kansas is for all students. It focuses on reaching those underserved populations and providing them with support during the school day in the completion of their post-secondary plan application. This helps students take the first step toward their plans beyond high school and supports them through that process. A few recommendations as you're holding or planning Apply Kansas events. I highly recommend inviting colleges and community partners to come support and help with your event. And keep in mind that Apply Kansas is an application event, it's not a recruiting event. It's an opportunity to support all students with their post-secondary plans, sitting with students, answering questions about their application. During that process certainly takes some nerves away from those students during a very exciting time in their life. In addition, we want to celebrate all applications during this time for the post-high school plans. A little more in-depth on what a Apply Kansas event is. It's a school day program where all students can and are encouraged to participate. Your event can be as simple or as complex as you make it. First things first, you need to register as an Apply Kansas site. That registration includes you into a listserv, which will provide you with some announcements and really just a connection to the Kansas Board of Regents resources. Additionally, you'll then receive an invitation to order some swag. So those are what we call the giveaways that you can utilize for your students. They're free to give out during your event, however you choose. We'll also provide you with some information on upcoming trainings. There's in-person as well as virtual training is available. And then promote your event. You can do that in collaboration with Why Apply Day and get some of your families or staff involved in their reason, their why they applied to college or whatever their post-secondary plan or career is. And then next, prepare students before the event. This might be making a list of colleges that they want to apply for, printing out those transcripts so that they have the GPA and class rank readily available, maybe pulling some items off of their IPS. Completely up to you on what works best for your students and their situation. And then hosting your event and celebrating. This is huge. Celebrate your seniors, get them excited. We provide you with some pennants, some stickers, and so forth. Feel free to share that on social media or however you'd like. And then there's a student sign-out survey. This is a required component, which I'll talk about here in just a minute. But this is where we collect your data and we provide the summary data, as you saw a couple slides before, on the impact of Apply Kansas. We get to share that throughout the state and then also nationally as well. And then from that data, there is a school selected for a big honor. So it's pretty exciting. And then from there, we'll turn the page to the All-Star High School and start the FAFSA application, and then the senior signing event. So there's 3 components of Apply Kansas that are required. Keep in mind, we'll give you all the resources to help. We'll never make you run your event a certain way. All K-12 schools, community organizations, libraries, and more can host an event and help out in any way. So since there's many different ways to have a successful Apply Kansas campaign, we only require these 3 components for your event. Every event across the country will include these 3 components as well. First one is creating an event with at-risk students in mind. Just want to ensure that we are helping out some of those underserved populations, first generation, low income, students of color, other seniors who may not otherwise apply to college or apply for post-secondary plans, whether it's a job application, military, so forth. Next, we'll collect summary data. So this data will come out via a survey, and it'll be due by December 1st. So we'll talk more about that process and the nuts and bolts during after you get registered for the Apply Kansas event and during the training event as well. And then third, celebrate. From a university application to a job application, everything in between, Apply Kansas wants to encourage students to find their best path after high school graduation and celebrate the choices of all of our seniors. So the student leads the process, and when in doubt, encourage that student to stretch beyond their potential. It's definitely a very exciting time for our seniors across the state. Speaking of All-Star High School, after Apply Kansas, which is typically held in the fall, once that submission survey data is received, we'll turn the page to the All-Star High School recognition. Pretty exciting recognition that occurs for the All-Star High School. So you'll receive a banner if you're a first-year school. You'll receive a star if you have been recognized in All-Star High School previously. And then certainly recognition at the Kansas Board of Regents board meeting and through KSCE, as well as on social media. So the All-Star High School campaign, there's 3 requirements, including being in Apply Kansas school, hosting a FAFSA completion event, and then also a senior signing event. So for the FAFSA completion event, some schools do these in conjunction with their Apply Kansas event. Many schools team up with local higher ed institutions in their community, invite families to receive one-on-one help in completing their FAFSA application. Schools offer these events anytime after the application opens, and then sometimes have another date to catch some of the stragglers around January, February, and help families who might be reluctant to complete the form. And then for the college signing day or senior signing event, donuts for decisions, whatever you want to call it, it's similar to like an athletic signing event. However, it's celebrating all graduating seniors on their pathway. And again, it's completely up to you on how you format it for your high school, but certainly an opportunity to celebrate your seniors in making that decision. The event doesn't need to happen May 1st. It can happen at any point that works best for you. This could be a big ceremony, or it could be a bulletin board, a party with treat bags, signing posters. It's truly whatever works best for your school. It's definitely a fun way to encourage and highlight all the decisions and pathways that students take, and show underclassmen where their peers are going after high school. Apply Free Days. We are continuing this for this year in 2024. It's an exciting opportunity offered to really just remove that barrier and increase access to our post-secondary institution. So in planning your Apply Kansas event, keep these 3 days in mind. Monday, October 7th through Wednesday, October 9th is the Kansas Apply Free Days. Some notes here: not all of the Kansas colleges and universities have application fees. Applying to our 19 community colleges is free every day, all year around. Pittsburgh State, Washburn University, and Emporia State also do not have an application fee, so students can, again, apply free there every day. And then many of our private colleges and universities who are part of the KSCA schools do not have application fees. Just, go ahead and visit their websites for more information as well. And then just a few pointers as you're navigating the Kansas Apply Free Days. Help your students to be intentional in filling out those applications to colleges. It's important for students to have a backup plan, so they certainly should apply to multiple colleges for that backup plan if they have interest or intent in going there. And then colleges are incredibly busy during these 3 days and get a little backed up during this window of time. So extend some grace during this time. Might be a little bit of a delay in communication and acceptance letters and so forth. Certainly recommend some positive communication to your students if they're planning to attend or don't have interest in a college anymore that they once applied to. Have them go ahead and send an email to that recruiter and just say, hey, I changed my mind. I am planning to go to this institution. That'll get to their name off of that email list or communication list as well. Students don't have to decide where they're going really until spring, but should continue to meet those deadlines, such as for scholarships, housing, and so forth. System-wide transfer. So we have over 120 general education introductory program courses on this system-wide transfer portal. So if students are curious what financial accounting is going to transfer into from one institution to the next institution, get on this Transfer Kansas portal, and that'll be able to show you what that transfer course is. Make sure the transfer course applies to that student's program. So feel free to pull up that program of study or degree map from that the institution they're planning to attend to ensure that that course they're taking in high school applies to their program. System-wide General Education Package. This is a very exciting, new, kind of takes the guessing game out of advising students in high school. So this is about 34 to 35 credit hours. It's a framework that starts fall 2024. There's 7 buckets. So if a student completes all the courses, designated courses within that 34, 35 credit hours in each of the buckets there, they will have completed their general education coursework. To explain that a little further, I'm going to show you what those courses may consist of. Certainly recommend reaching out to your dual enrollment servicing institution, college that the high school works with, to get the list of courses available for their system-wide general education framework. Once students complete that framework at that institution, as long as those credit hours are all finished at that institution, their general ed requirements are complete. And I'll talk to you a little bit about a couple exceptions here. So here's what those buckets look like for the English, mathematics, social or behavioral sciences, communications, and the natural and physical science discipline area. And then for the humanities, and then institutions can designate those 6 hours as well. So let's see what a sample transcript looks like. So this student here has completed the system-wide general education courses at that one university, and it's all complete. You can see there at the bottom, it says Kansas System-wide General Education completed. That is the stamp that says the general education requirements are done. So let's take, for example, the student at institution A. They complete the system-wide general education courses, all complete. They transfer to institution B, so that next institution cannot require additional general education requirements unless one of the exceptions below apply. I linked that there. You can see what the general education exceptions are. Specifically, one example would be an engineering program. So as you can imagine, engineering programs have some specific requirements for their program. So for example, engineering physics, one with a lab, is a prerequisite, let's say, to their major requirements. So that's where an exception would come in. So another sample student situation here. As you can see, this student took history since 1877, English Comp, Music Appreciation, and English Comp 2. So then we can go through that bucket, that list, institutional list, and see which general education requirements that student has left. So student completed Comp 1, Comp 2, Music Appreciation, and U.S. History since 1877. So those two buckets are done. They can go on to complete communications, math, natural physical sciences, and so forth. So one pointer to just keep in mind, let's say a student completed general biology with lab, and maybe they got a D on that course. However, they completed the entire system-wide general education framework at that institution, and they have that stamp on their transcript that says it's all complete, but they got a D in general biology. They transfer that over to another institution in our state, a public institution. They have to accept that. That general education framework is completed. So it doesn't matter what grade, as long as that is completed, it is accepted as a general education coursework. Next steps, I just recommend high schools talk to local institutions and current credit providers, become familiar with the Systemwide General Education Package at that local servicing institution. Share this with your sophomores, juniors, seniors, even freshmen during freshman orientation. Allow them to be prepared for this. Create some pathways. Just kind of adapt your advising as you see fit, but certainly a great resource. Kind of takes a guessing game out of advising students in preparation for their next steps. I do want to highlight too a great resource, the degree maps. So it's like a program of study, and whatever you want to call it, it's a degree map that maps out the coursework required for that academic degree program. So again, very great academic advising tool. As you can see here, there's an example of what courses are within this associate's degree in education, and see what courses are encompassed. That way, when you're helping students in high school, you can plan out what courses they need to have for their degree program. Soon we're going to have some links to each institution's degree maps. It will be centrally located on our website with the degree maps for each academic program. Just a heads up on the math pathways work. So math pathways, it's about identifying the best math course for each area of academic study. So it's about the right math at the right time for each student. College algebra was designed to prepare students for calculus. Most academic programs don't require calculus, actually only about 20% do, but programs default to requiring college algebra. College algebra will no longer be the default math course. So we're in the process of working with the academic disciplines of each of our institutions to identify the general education math course that best fits the needs of that program and their students. So as you can see here, there are 3 system-wide math general education courses: college algebra, contemporary math, and elementary statistics. So each academic program will designate which math course is most appropriate for their academic program. And then that information will be coming out soon, as soon as that is finalized. We are talking a full implementation of this math pathways work in fall of 2026. So it is a little ways out, but be on the lookout for this information as institutions adapt some of their programming to fit the math pathways work. We're also working on standardizing the course placement criteria for the math and English courses. So be on the lookout for that as well as we move to more of a co-requisite model as well for those opportunities. So as you can see here, the math pathways timeline, just to give you an idea, we're talking fall 2026 for the full scale implementation of the math pathways work. Scholarships. The Kansas Board of Regents houses a plethora of scholarships. Want to make that website available to you. These scholarships are also sent out to high schools in the physical form. Feel free to access these online as well. One scholarship I want to highlight that has gained popularity recently is the Kansas Promise Act Scholarship. So our institutions participate in this opportunity for students. There's a list of eligible programs on your screen there where the Promise Act covers the tuition for these programs. There are a few highlights here to keep in mind. Students must complete the financial aid form. There is some family income requirements, and students must maintain satisfactory progress and complete the program within 36 months. Additionally, after the completion, students have to reside in and work in Kansas for at least 2 consecutive years following the completion of that program. I also want to turn your attention to some career and technical education resources. On the KSDE website, there is what's called the CTE Statewide Articulation Agreements. These agreements are a great opportunity for students if they are interested in going to, let's say, Fort Hays State, K-State, any of these colleges located here on your screen. Go ahead and follow that link and see what opportunities are available to save students time and money. So let's take, for example, maybe a student went to Cloud County Community College and they took a ag fab course or maybe an advanced ag fab course. So what you can do is you can click on this download button here and see what that course might articulate into for Cloud County Community College. So that would save them some time and money if they don't have to complete that specific coursework at Cloud County. There are some specifics within each of those articulation agreements that you will want to understand, but have a student bring that up, print it out, pay attention to it. Certainly there to help students out. We are working on refining and updating this process as well, so be on the lookout for some updates. Excel in CTE, this was previously called Senate Bill 155. So these are courses where the tuition for that course is paid for. So it's going to be free for the students. They will be required potentially to pay for the fees for that course, but certainly a very helpful opportunity for students to take some of these courses while they're in high school. Certainly get a hold of your dual concurrent servicer institution and get their list of Excel and CTE courses for students. These courses are going to be career and tech ed specific. And then the Career and Tech Ed Credential and Transition Incentive that's tied to Senate Bill 123. It's intended to increase success of high school students by paying for the fees associated with some credentials within the career and tech ed field. For instance, maybe CNA requires a state fee to pay for the test. Students can ask their high school to help pay for that. Some additional resources. All of the resources that I've mentioned and more are located on the Kansas Board of Regents website. Just go to the student tab and go to high school counselor. Again, a ton of resources on there for you. Want to create a hub for high school counseling and also college access professionals to best help their students. In addition, there's some upcoming KBOR webinars and recordings that are continually posted on this website as well. That website is kansasregents.org. And again, click on the student tab and then high school counselor. Thank you.